What's happening, my beautiful people, and welcome to another segment of PRScents on YouTube. Welcome to my channel. If you haven't been here before, I hope you enjoy this content. And if you have been here before and you like it, please subscribe, please like, and please share. Today we'll be talking a little bit more on things that you should know in your fragrance journey. So I've gone through a little bit of that fragrance journey and I've learned a lot of lessons. And last week I did one on things you should know about fragrances, like what are accords, what are notes, things along those lines. So today I figured I'd keep on going with that and do one on things that you should do or not do when it comes to fragrances. Maybe you know some of these things, maybe you don't, but if you're interested, stay tuned and I will talk to you in a bit. Thanks. So what's up, my beautiful people, and welcome to another segment of PRScents, where the common man can learn all about fragrances. And I hope that I provide that knowledge for you so that you guys can learn what to do, what not to do, what to wear, what not to wear when it comes to fragrances. So let's get this going. Today I'm going to be talking a bit about some of the do's and don'ts of fragrances and things that I've learned during my fragrance journey and things that you may not know, things that you may know, but who knows? Hopefully you'll learn something new today. So did you guys know that 80% of men either do not wear fragrances or wear fragrances very infrequently? 80%. So if you wear fragrances, you will stand out. So that's one of the main reasons why. If you like to smell good, if you like to get complimented, if you like to feel good, because fragrances not only make you more attractive out there, but they also make you feel good. It's a known fact that, a lot of women, when polled, will say that they remember a boyfriend from way back when just because of their fragrance. And that's a good thing or a bad thing sometimes, because they may smell a fragrance that reminds them of somebody that they hate now, and you may not want to wear that one. So keep that in mind. So some of the things that you should know when it comes to fragrances, wear the right fragrance for you. Okay, like I said in my previous post last week, I took my brother a whole bunch of fragrances that I thought he would like so that he could try them. And I love oud, I love woody scents. And so I took him Oud for Glory, which is Lattafa's clone of Initio's Oud for Greatness, which I absolutely adore. And he hated it. Another one he didn't like that I took him was Ragba Wood Intense, also by Lattafa, which is a clone of By the Fireplace by Replica, and he hated that one too. He did like Versace Pour Homme. He did like Nautica Voyage. So he likes the freshies. He doesn't like the ouds. And so that's something that you need to learn during your fragrance journey, what you like and what you don't like. Also, another thing that my brother said he didn't know is that you wear different fragrances based on the season. And we'll go into that in a little bit of time too. Because fragrances have different weights. Some of them are heavier, some of them are more aquatic. So some of them you would wear in the fall and winter, and you would never wear them in the summer or spring because they become too cloying. So that's another thing to keep in mind. Skin chemistry dictates what scent you're gonna wear. And what I mean by that is, for example, this weekend, Brenda and I picked up Burberry London. And Burberry London is considered a little bit more of a wintry, Christmassy scent. It's spicy, it's got clove in it. It smells really, really good. I would definitely recommend getting a bottle of Burberry London because it's really, really a nice scent. And on me, so we got in the car, we opened it up, and we smelled it, and we sprayed it on each other. And the scent difference between her skin and mine was unbelievable. On me, it became very musky, and you could smell the clove. That's all I got was cloves and musk. On her, it smelled a little sweeter. It was just a totally different scent. So skin chemistry is a very important part. So what may smell good on me may not smell good on you. So you've got to play with that as well, and that's why blind buying is not always good, because you may not, what somebody tells you smells great on them may not smell good on you. So you've got to kind of play with that as well. The other thing, know your notes, okay? Know what you like, know what you don't like. You may not like the smell of vetiver. You may not like the smell of woods, oak moss, those types of things. So do your research, go to Fragrantica, and you can search by notes for fragrances, and see which ones you like. If you think you like woods, then search by woods, and it'll give you a whole list of all the different woody fragrances. A big woody fragrance would be Lattafa's Ragba Wood Intense. And this is wood and burnt sugar. This is more for winter. So, you would not wear this in the summer. It would just drown out people. But it's very, very woody. And so if you like woods, this probably would be a good one for you. I highly recommend this if you do like woods. It's really good. The other thing too is when you spray in the right places, okay? Don't spray on your private parts. That's just ridiculous. Cuba likes to make that joke that he sprays on his private parts. And shout out to you, Cuba. And just don't spray on your private parts. But when you spray on your bare chest, spray on your neck, spray behind your ears. A lot of people like spraying behind their neck, and so the sillage. So when they walk past somebody, it kind of flows. The scent flows with them. A lot of people recommend spraying behind your knees as well. It's spraying in your pulse points, and what your pulse points are is where the blood flows a lot, and so there's more heat there. Your wrists are another pulse point, so you would spray on your wrist. Now, the other thing too is when you spray on your wrist, do not spray and rub. That's been a thing that people do for a long time. They put on their wrist and they spray and rub. You're killing the scent profile. You're just killing it when you rub. So just spray and let it dry on its own. Another thing is, when do you spray? So fragrances work better on moisturized skin. So always moisturize your skin first after a shower and then spray. Don't spray on dry skin because it won't stay as long, okay? Fragrances like moist skin. So keep that in mind. The other thing too is know your concentrations, know what you like. Know that if you're gonna be wearing an Eau Fraiche, that's the lightest of concentrations there is. I think that has maybe 1 to 3% oil concentration versus alcohol. So know your concentrations. If you're gonna wear an Eau de Fraiche, you want to maybe spray a little bit more. And if you're wearing a perfume, you wanna spray a lot less. So keep that in mind. On the spraying thing, don't go crazy over spraying. So sometimes if you know that a scent just doesn't smell as strong as you would like it to, you overspray a little bit, but don't go past like 10 sprays on your skin. What happens is a lot of times you become anosmic to a scent, and anosmic means that you just don't smell it. And so you may spray something on you, you don't smell it, and then you walk through a room and people are like, oh my God, you're wearing too much because you didn't smell it. And that's just the nose, it's its safety mechanism for you. It needs to smell other things around you. So what it does is it knocks out that scent profile, even though it's still there, so that it can smell everything else. So just because you don't smell it doesn't mean it's not potent on you. So be careful with that as well. Play with it. Spray 4 tops on your skin. 1, 1, 1, 1. Do that and then see how it works on you. Get the opinions of other people. And then if it's not that strong and you want to spray a little more, go ahead and do it. No big deal. Another thing that people do, don't spray in the air and then walk through it. You're just wasting fragrances. It's just ridiculous to do that. So spray it on your skin. Don't spray it in the air and walk through it, okay? What's another one? Another big thing is when you start collecting your fragrances, make sure you're storing them in a proper area. Okay, don't store them by a window that the sun is just glaring at the fragrances. Some people put them in a drawer and keep them in the dark. That's probably the best way to keep your fragrances. Is the less light they get, the better they'll stand. Okay. The humidity in the bathroom sometimes kills fragrances as well. So you want to either put them in a closet, put them on a shelf in your bedroom where it's not light all the time, which is where I have mine. But don't put them in direct sunlight because it'll just kill the scent quicker than if it if it just lasted on its own in the dark. Usually fragrances start to change around the 2 to 3 year mark. And when you buy fragrances, you can look. Some fragrances have the date they were made, and some fragrances have the date they were made plus the expiration date. So just look at that when you buy. It's usually on the box on the bottom, along with the batch code. So that's something to keep an eye on as well. Another thing is when you go to the department stores or the Sephora's or any place like that, and you spray scents. A lot of places, mostly all the places, have the scent sticks, which is what I call them, and you spray it on that. That'll give you an initial inkling to what the scent smells like. But my recommendation to you is spray it on your skin. Walk around the mall for a few, or walk around the department store for a few minutes, and then smell it again. Because like I said, skin chemistry is different. What it smells like on a scent stick may not be anything near what it would smell on your skin. So don't buy just on the basis of it. You sprayed it on a piece of paper and, ooh, it smells good. Put it on your skin first and see how it smells for a few minutes before you go doing that. Another thing is, just because a fragrance is inexpensive does not mean that it's cheap. I am all about buying inexpensive fragrances. I am not going to spend $450, $600, $1,000 on a bottle of fragrance. I'm just not going to do it. If I was super rich, maybe I would, but I'm not. So I'm not going to do it. And I think most of you are probably in the same boat. Especially with the times as they are. I'm spending, $60 just to fill my gas tank, and that's on regular gas. I can't afford to spend, $250 on a fragrance. So don't do that. You can find really, really good fragrances for not a lot of money nowadays. Nautica Voyage. This thing cost me, I think it was like $24.99 or $20. I'm not sure, I forget. But this is a delicious, delicious scent, and it smells great. Most of the reviewers love this scent, and it doesn't cost you a lot of money. Perry Ellis Red gets a lot of great reviews. It is a clone of Acqua di Gio, and it is a damn good clone of Acqua di Gio, summer, and it smells great. $14.99. So, if I can smell like Acqua di Gio, which costs nowadays like $60 to $70, for $14.99, I'm going for the $14.99, okay? Because it's just, I'm money conscious now. Who knew? Another thing, yeah, fragrances make you smell good. Yeah, they can attract the opposite sex. But that's not the only thing. Grooming is very important. Keep your nails, clipped, your hair done. Wear some nice clothes. If you look shitty and you think that wearing a cologne is gonna just bypass all that, you're way out of your league. Like, don't do it, all right? If you're gonna go through the trouble of spending money on a nice cologne, then spend money on some grooming. Wear some nice clothes, fix your hair, keep your mustache nice and clean. Just do all those things because it's important. If you go through that much trouble of spending money on a cologne, fragrance, why are you going to then let everything else go? Dress nice, okay? That attracts the women more than you would know, all right? Also, learn about layering. Layering is a really nice way of getting a new scent on you using separate types of scents. For instance, I love Lattafa's Oud for Glory, and that is, like I said, a clone of Initio's Oud for Greatness. Smells great on its own. It's a heavy oud with a little bit of a raspberry scent to it. Really, really nice. But what I've learned is I also have Lattafa's Ana Abied, which is a clone of Baccarat Rouge 540. And so I'll spray Oud for Glory, and then like a minute later, I'll spray a couple of sprays of Ana Abied on me. And it smells delicious. It's awesome. That's a really nice layering for just smelling a little different than everybody else. So there's a lot of layering you could do with a lot of different fragrances, but you have to kind of experiment and just see and say, oh, let me try this on top of this and see if that works. There's a lot of YouTube videos on layering, so go there and check that out. Another thing is, when you're starting out in this journey of yours, buying the biggest bottle is not always the best thing, especially when you start getting into a high number of bottles. You're not gonna wear them all, dude. You're just not. So why are you gonna have 100 ml bottle sitting there, waiting for your grandchildren to wait for you to die so they could get it? Because that's how long it's gonna last you if you have a lot of bottles. You're never gonna wear all of it. So, spend a smaller amount of money and buy a 50 ml. I could have bought the bigger bottle of this. I think it was the 3.4 ounce. But I'm happy with this. My collection is over 100 bottles right now. So why, I'm never probably even going to wear all of this, even though it is very nice. So, keep that in mind. Just spend less, save your money for something else, and, go that way. The other thing too, beast mode is not always a good thing. Beast mode, what beast mode means, if you don't know what that means, is that it has high longevity, high projection, really good sillage. And yeah, a lot of times you want to have that, right? But a lot of times you want to have a scent that is a nice skin scent. You're going on a date, you're going to be cuddly. So you want to have something that smells great, but it sits closer to the skin so she can get, nice and down in the neck. And a great one for that is Dolce & Gabbana's The One. Dolce & Gabbana The One, as far as performance projectivity is concerned, it doesn't project a lot. It just doesn't. Smells great, but it's not a beast where, it just fills the room. It's very close to the skin. But man, if a girl smells it on your skin, she's gonna really like it. 9 times out of 10, she's gonna like it. So that's another thing to keep in mind. Another one is, don't be afraid to go unisex or even go feminine. A lot of the feminine scents are very floral, and there's a lot of great female-driven fragrances that smell really good on a man as well. I like the rose scent, so Joe Malone makes a rose and oud scent fragrance, and even though it is geared for men, but I think it's more of a unisex, and just, I like it. A lot of masculine men, they don't like florals. They stay away from them, but, give it a shot. They smell good. The florals are really nice. And then speaking about florals, you want to get to know what you should wear. And I was really surprised. My brother told me this. He goes, I didn't know that you're not supposed to wear certain fragrances during certain times of the year, during certain seasons. And I'm like, yeah, of course. You don't want to wear a Ragba Wood Intense in the summer. You'll kill people with it. You don't want to wear a La Yucawam, which is a Tom Ford ombre leather clone, in the summer. You'll kill people. They're just too heavy, So get to know the different categories of they're called, basically they're called the fragrance styles, and there's like 6 fragrance styles. There's oriental, there's marine, there's fougere, there's cypra, there's floral, and there's citrus. And each one of those fits into one of the seasonal categories. So let's say for spring, spring is very fresh, just like summer. Spring is very fresh, summer is considered very airy. So you want to wear things for the spring like light fragrances. You want to wear things like that have citrus in them, have marine aquatic notes in them, are fruity, floral, green, watery, and have ferns in them. In the summer, again, summer's very light also. So you want to wear things that are kind of sweet, oriental, powdery, aquatic, floral, and woody. So a great summer scent is one like St. Bart's, Tommy Bahama St. Bart's. This thing is, I got this yesterday too. And Ross Carlos on TLTG is right about this one. It smells like a margarita. It's really, really nice. Nautica Voyage is another one I would wear either in spring or summer. It smells like green apple, and it's a delicious scent. It's really, really good. Perry Ellis Red, 360 Red, definitely a summer scent. You know, Rock by Wood Intense, not a summer scent, not a spring scent. Speaking about the Rosies, and this one I probably would wear more during the fall and the winter, maybe the colder part of the spring, but this is Lattafa's Molly. And Lattafa's Molly has lavender in it, a little bit of woods in it, and it's very floral, but it's delicious. It smells so damn good. I have to keep an eye on this bottle because I think my girlfriend Brenda she's gonna swipe it if I don't watch her. So the fall fragrances are considered very earthy. And so for fall fragrances, you want to wear things that are woody, mossy, fresh and green. We're talking about things like oud, leather, spicy, mossy and fruity. So those are the types of things you would wear in the fall. And in the winter are the heavy hitters. The winter are things like the Rock by Wood Intense. So in the winter, you want to wear things that have like vanilla in it, cinnamon in it, incense, amber, spices, because it's considered the amber oriental fragrance niche, right? And then in the fall, you want to wear things that are like very woody, patchouli, vetiver, sandalwood, amber, oak moss. In the summer, you want to wear things that are florals, citrus, aquatics, bergamot, jasmine, mint, sea air. And then in the spring, fresh florals, greens, grassy, basil, orange blossom. So a good one example of that is like Ventus Creed Green Irish Tweed. Even though I still would not spend that much money for Green Irish Tweed, there's a lot of clones out there that you can buy that are very similar to Green Irish Tweed. So those are the types of things you want to do. I hope that you learned something from this. If you did, please do me a big favor. Please subscribe, comment, share. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you learned anything about this. That's why I like to do this, is so that I kind of get a feel that you're enjoying them, these lessons that I give you. So I hope that you guys have a great day. And as always, be safe, be loved, and I will talk to you later. Take care.